Hi there everyone, how is it going? And long time no see. My name is Rabbit and welcome to episode number 170 of Let's Play Jade Cocoon 2. So it has been about 10 weeks since we had last journeyed together through this Let's Play series. We are still focusing on the post-game, as you should be well aware by now if you've made it this far into the playthrough. So as we kind of had recapped in our last episode, we are ready to head into the final sections of the post-game content, which include the level 6 forests. So we'll be tackling the wind forest, then the fire forest, water forest, and we will end the entire series by heading into Dust Up, which is the level 6 earth forest. So initially I was kind of predicting that once again I would do sort of, like the 8 to 10 week break and then tackle one forest and then another 8 to 10 week break and tackle the next one. But as I've been thinking on it, I don't think we need to do as much backtracking as we had once done, which is really what bulked up quite a bit of my recording sessions and of the episodes that rolled out. We would have at least 2, if not 3, that were dedicated just to going back through the first 4 forests before we headed into the 5th one, since it was new, uncharted territory. Well, I don't think that's going to be necessary at this point. I think we've gotten quite a bit of build-up and understanding of what has taken place in the forest following Levant's demise. So I personally feel like we should be good to just head into all of the level 6 forests without dipping back into, honestly, it's like triple or quadruple dipping into previous areas we've gone to in the past. So I thought I would open up by explaining that to you and just ultimately bringing it around full circle to say I might only have 2 recording sessions left before I'll consider this series completely done. I'll think on it. Let's see how things go in this episode. But honestly, if we can knock out like 2 of the level 6 forests in, I would guess, maybe like 7 episodes or 8 episodes, I'm not going to drag that out and have us sit on another like 6 to 8 months of waiting for the series to conclude when I can probably knock it out in like 3 or 4 months. So that's sort of the plan. But anyway, just to quickly get myself caught up to speed, let me see, do we have any? I don't think we do. I was looking to see if we had gotten a contract. We have not, so let's do that together, and then we are ready to dive right in and begin tackling truly the beginning of the end. I think one of our last episodes was titled something like The End in Sight, or The End is in Sight, because you guys, we're really almost there.
Actually, dark complexion people are more intriguing.
Wow.
They say a fair complexion covers up many flaws.
Way to be a race baiter, Choco. I don't think we need to start this episode like this.
Previously had 4 forests: dragonfly, beetle, and spider.
Throwback!
I wonder what connection these might have to these 4 forests.
So that's what the forest used to be called in Jade Cocoon's Story of the Tamamayu. That is so cool that Gil just kind of brought that up. How awesome. Okay, so please take a drill book to Miss Cure in Water Tour. We're not heading there though. Defeat him. Will you get that Choco in the Dust Up? Dust Up is the last place we need to go. Oh my god, you guys. This is not cool. I'm going into, maybe we should just go through the water area first. I know, we're going through this all backwards. I said we would do it in the same order we had initially experienced the level 5 forests. But I wonder, do I need 10 Twill Mugworts? Like, really? You know what? No. Fuck it. We're going to stick to our guns. We're doing what I said we were going to do. But Choco, real talk, girlfriend, don't say that shit to Kahu, because that's a way to make some fucking enemies. Like, just starting out and being like, by the way, my skin color's better than yours, and yours really just hides a bunch of flaws. So, like, where do you want us to go from there, Choco? Do you want us to congratulate you because you're black? I don't know what you want from me. So, anyway, I'm not triggered or anything. Let's get going. Here we are into level 6. Not sure what is going to be awaiting us, but I'm happy to look into it either way. So, whoa, I'm going to let him chillax for a little bit. So how are all of you guys doing? I hope life has been grand to you. And botulism book, I think that poisons enemies, to be honest, and we will be sure to use up a lot of these books. No point in hoarding, as is typically the name of my game. All right, we'll take it. And hold on, friends, let me see. So I am honestly running a little low on space I still have these shits. But I have a feeling we'll end up making use of most of the items that we pick up. If not, I'll just make an effort to do just that. But yes, how are you guys doing? I hope life has been treating you absolutely fabulously. As another aside, don't remember what our team lineup is. Usually when I bring us back, I kind of rotate through and show you, don't I? Not here, y'all. We're just diving right in. I will seriously, though, back out after this fight, and we'll take a second. We'll scroll through our entire team and kind of just see what's happening and what's going on from there. Although I guess we kind of have a chance to see it as we're going. And I didn't switch up my team. That was another thing, I guess, to properly recap in our last episode that I sort of decided on the spot, was that we would keep up the pattern that I recently got into of just swapping out individual beasts as they hit that max form, as opposed to what I had previously been doing was just shuffling several of my beasts around between each recording session. I think this is going to be maybe not as interesting for you guys because there's just going to be a small change that's made to the team as we progress through each of the forests in real time, but I think it's going to be a little bit more manageable for me. It's going to consume far less time to switch out one person versus like 4 people trying to rotate things and plan some complex team. Not that I ever really took it that seriously, but you guys know what I'm saying. Was there another person? There is another person here. Okay. Oh, and this just did a full loop-de-loop. So let's head in here. Calm? No, it's just a Mao beast hunter.
How are you doing? Seen any coma?
Oh, there you are. I spy a coma. I'm gonna catch ya.
The tried and true. I know. These guys always mistake Kahu for Kama, and they always get their asses whooped. And does he have 1?
Come on, let's go.
I don't think you're... Oh, he has 3. 4. My bad. Why is he this deep in the forest with so few beasts? That doesn't even make sense. How did he even manage to make it this far? Unless he's got some OP strategy or something, which is very possible. I don't know. We will see. We will see. Are you really doing this, bro? Not feeling this. Not feeling this at all. Oh! You guys, that's what Buddy looks like. Do you guys remember Buddy and EB? That's what they probably turned into, right? I'm guessing? What? That's crazy. Holy shit. They're so fat. I don't even know what to say. Oh, they're kind of cute, though. I'm not sure I'm digging the protruding belly button. And oh, God. I forgot that I don't have heels. That's probably not super wise. It's a little ballsy of me to be doing this lineup, but I guess it is what it is. Okay. Are they really going to be spamming this crap? Because now I can see how he made it this far. But if they're going to be stupid and focus my center, that's fine. You go ahead and do what you need to do too. I think that one's a meal, isn't it? Sorry, y'all. Been 10 weeks. Don't remember everyone in my team. But it's all good. They're still alive. What the fuck? I'm going to need to put a stop to this. But I guess while we're just sort of making our way through... Oh my gosh, stop! That is crazy. So I guess that's a way to lose, is to have a team that's very susceptible to petrification. That'll fuck you right up. But anyhow, I hope you guys have all been doing well in the last 10-ish weeks since we had last played together. I am feeling pretty good, if you can't tell. My spirits are fairly high. I think in our last set of episodes, had I announced this? I can't remember. I feel like weeks go by hella fast around here, so I can't remember what I shared with you guys in this LP and what was shared maybe in a different one, but I guess I might just end up repeating some stories and some things for you all.
No, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? But Andrew and I are planning on moving. I think I shared this with you guys here in Jade Cocoon 2. Yet again, my friends, we are going to be relocating from Wisconsin to North Carolina, even though we haven't even fully been in Wisconsin for 2 years. It'll be 2 years, I think, this July, and we will be moving in June. So we'll be right on the cusp of that 2-year mark. It's a little insane, but I'm excited for a new research opportunity that had opened up for Andrew and an educational opportunity. It's just going to be really nice for his goals and his intentions to pursue a life and a career in academia. And for me, I'm pretty flexible. I'm not too worried about it. As soon as he had told me we were moving to North Carolina, I feel like I've spoken to 2 or 3 people that live in that area, and everyone just seems so nice. It's going to, I think, embody a lot of the small town happy feels that I really loved about where I had lived in Kansas. And honestly, even just where we are here in Wisconsin, I think those are pieces of the areas that I really like. But where we'll be in North Carolina is much smaller than where I lived in Kansas and where we're living now in Wisconsin, and where we especially lived in Colorado. Although you guys were made more than aware that I fucking hated Colorado. That was my least favorite. Well, the town itself, the state is beautiful and everything surrounding it was awesome, but I did not like the city we were in. I didn't like the town's culture, really a lot of the people that comprised the area.
What's that? You bastard! How can you defeat me?
Because you suck, bro.
What? Where am I? Squeak? Who are you?
You picked a fight with us. Don't you remember?
Huh? A battle? Did you win? Then I'll give you this.
Okay, thank you. Is that number? Oh, it's 5. So we're at an odd number.
It's a secret. Squeak.
Okay.
Farewell. Bye-bye.
I forgot that these guys get a little high and then lose focus of what's going on. But anyhow, so you guys were made more than aware that I was not a fan of Colorado, but I've loved Wisconsin, to be completely transparent. So I would have been fine with us settling down, maybe not exactly where we are right now, because we're kind of in more of like I wouldn't call it a city, but whatever, let's just fight him for XP. We are in kind of a centralized hub that's very bustling, and I think it feels crowded, and I don't know, I'm not a fan of exactly where we are. I think the outskirts are a little bit better, but what's nice is that we're close to Madison. So that's nice, right? Like being really close to the capital city, so you're not too far away. I mean, I feel like we're close to Milwaukee, which is also a nice place to kind of escape. I would never want to live in Milwaukee, just like I would never want to live in Madison proper. I would absolutely not consider buying houses in either of those 2 areas, but it's good to live kind of between the 2 so that you can drive wherever you need to. So, you know, if you got a job in Milwaukee, the commute's not that bad. Or if you got a job in Madison proper, the commute is more than reasonable. But I think that North Carolina is going to pose its own advantages just in the fact that it's going to be smaller, which is going to have more of the community feel, which is what I really valued about where I was in Kansas and some of the areas where I was looking at in Wisconsin, you know, just thinking about Andrew's opportunities. Like, I don't know if you guys know a lot about Wisconsin, but the northern areas are beautiful. I think a lot of folks just think of cheese and like dairy farms when they think of the state, but it's crazy. Like, some of the areas are insanely beautiful. Like, Appleton is gorgeous. Door County is beautiful. There's just a lot, I think, that the local areas have to offer. There are so many. So, like, the University of Wisconsin is, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say it's the primary education source, but, you know, they've got a lot of campuses around the state, so you can go to UW in Oshkosh. You can be like in La Crosse, which is beautiful. I'm a little partial to Eau Claire. Just saying. I think Eau Claire is absolutely beautiful. And again, it's like smaller. I think Madison and Milwaukee are my least 2 favorite areas in terms of where I would live or where I'd want to buy a house. But honestly, if I had to, I think I could make it work. I don't have a problem with either of the 2 cities. Anyway, I digress. The point of saying all this is to say that I loved Wisconsin, and I think that moving to North Carolina, it is bittersweet in the sense that I personally enjoyed the areas that I was considering for, you know, house hunting and all that fun stuff. But I understand that, you know, with what Andrew's looking for, sometimes relocating is a necessary evil. And I think this time, unlike when we moved to Colorado, I think that it's going to be really nice moving somewhere where the city's culture is going to feel very much like the places that I preferred over the years. And I think, it's more in the South, and Andrew is from the South. Like, he's from Arkansas, so he'll be closer to his family. I just think it's a nice middleman compared to us being so far away in Wisconsin or so far away in Colorado. I just think this will be a good next step for us. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm reaching the point, though, where I feel like this has to be one of the final moves. I'm okay if we move one last time, because I understand that he's probably going to have some postdoctoral opportunities that are going to continue to arise, but that's got to be it. Like, I'm going to give him maybe 2 more moves, and then I'm ready to buy a house. Like, we're not 24, 25 anymore, We're 29, or I'm 29. He turns 29 this summer. And I just think we're reaching the point where not necessarily we have to have a house because that's what everyone else is doing, but I'm personally ready for the stability that comes with planting yourself somewhere, laying those roots, and really driving yourself deeper and deeper into the community that's established wherever you are. And I'm not saying like we have to live in some suburb and, know everybody.
Yamu, where's Dr. Gill? Off studying somewhere?
Yamu's treasure. I tell you, special.
Yamu's treasure?
Really strong acorn top. Whistling flute. Dice with all same sides. What's good about this? Treasure? No, junk. Throw that stuff away. Not junk! Don't throw away!
Nico, you say the same thing as my mom. I know what he means. A big snakeskin. A whistle that makes a nice sound. Those were my treasures.
Yes, treasures. Junk, just trash that stuff.
What? I'm not really sure what just happened here, but whatever.
Fly woman, not no man stuff.
Maybe they're just talking about little things that young boys and young men collect. I don't know. But anyway, I guess to finish up my own story as we wrap up exploring this island here before we call this an episode, we will be moving this summer. So we've got oh my God, everybody's sleeping. We've got a few more weeks left. So I guess the transition from this topic into what needs to next be said is there's probably going to be a little bit of a gap and a bit of a delay with episodes come maybe like the 3rd week of June, possibly the very last week of June, through maybe the 1st week of July. I'm just predicting and planning for myself, so I'm not too frustrated. I'm thinking I'm going to have at least 2 weeks in the summer where you guys might get some episodes. I don't know if that'll look more like what I did when Andrew and I went to Ireland, where I had recorded a few episodes of Grandia 2, and it was like every other day, I think, an episode came out for about a week and a half. And then there were maybe like 4 days where you guys got no videos. So I don't know if I'll do something like that, where if I can get pre-recorded like 6 or 7 episodes, that instead of you guys receiving all of those over the course of 6 days or 7 days, I can double it by, having one day a video go live. The next day, you guys don't really have anything going on here on the channel. I'll have to kind of look at that and think more on it. But as it kind of stands right now, that's a little bit of what I'm leaning towards. I don't want to completely ghost on you guys, though. So either way, still just plan for maybe a total of 10 to 14 days where you will not be getting content, whether that's all back to back and I'm just gone and I take a 2-week break. I'll try to record an actual vlog. I feel like people are less and less frequently going to side websites, I guess, to read updates, which is kind of for many years what I primarily did to give you guys updates, right? I would occasionally do a vlog like once every couple of months and then do frequent write-ups on Facebook. But I've noticed that not that many people check the Facebook page, and I don't know, I don't really use my Patreon's like message board or whatever you want to call it, the message board. It's just, I don't know. I want to try to have everything in one area just to make it more palatable for you all, that there's one place you need to check each day and all the information is there. So that's why I'm hoping as soon as I hit 10,000 subscribers that community tab is going to open up for me and I'll be able to start using everything here. I just think that'll be easier in the long run, although I'm still in the habit of preferring posting things on the Facebook page, but I've kind of fallen out of it a little bit more recently because I just think it's not as easy for people to check that and interact with me there as it is right here on the channel. I mean, this is where all the videos are. This is where my vlogs go. I don't know. So hopefully someday there'll be a way to integrate everything into this single platform so that you guys aren't having to, oh God, Rabbit's been gone for 3 or 4 days. Like, where's she been? And then check a Facebook page, nothing there. Oh, well, maybe she posted something on Patreon. Oh, there's nothing there. I don't know. We'll kind of have to look towards the future and figure out how we want that to go. Also, on the topic of Patreon, I have to figure out in general what I really want to do with that. I feel like, again, with the activity and like the messaging / the posting, I know I don't interact that much on there. I've had some people ask like, well, why don't you post things there? Maybe to encourage more people to become patrons. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to ever have a paywall or some sort of way that distinctly separates financial backers from just viewing backers, because to me support is still support, whether you are just making sure you like every single video that I get up, or you leave a comment no matter how generic it is, or you are tipping me once in a while through like that Ko-fi link that I've got, or the direct PayPal tip jar that I've got in every single description of every video. It's on like the banner of my channel page or the About Me tab of the channel page. I mean, you can find links to all the ways that you could financially back and support the channel's growth. But I feel like regardless, even though I appreciate that, and I can't say enough how much I appreciate those of you who over the years were patrons and then for whatever reason you had to stop, or you did tip at the end of every single series being completed, so like once or twice a year, and that's the extent of it for you. I appreciate that so much more than words could ever express and then I could ever truly convey. But I don't want it to seem like I value those people more than the folks who maybe aren't financially in the position to support me buying more retro video games, but they still watch and comment every day, and they've been watching me for 4 years. Like, I appreciate that support as well. So I don't know. I just sometimes feel, I wouldn't say anxious, but I feel personally uncomfortable making it seem like I only am rewarding or acknowledging people who financially back the channel, as important as that is, and I think as increasingly important as that will become as AdSense revenue potters off and becomes less and less reliable. I mean, not that it ever was super reliable. My channel is so small. I don't make that much from the channel at all, but I do make enough to where it can cover occasionally a game or two. Like, I know recently the revenue that I got from the channel I was able to use to get, I think, what will be our next Let's Play when this one is done. Right now I do have Brave Fencer Musashi going on as my primary Let's Play project, which, yes, I know that one was a very highly requested title. So see, I am listening to you guys, whether you're financial backers or not. I try to take into consideration the games that you want to see. So I feel like I do a fairly decent job of, oh, hang on, friends, hang on. I don't know, maybe I will just use the botulism book. We're running out of room. I've got way too much in my inventory here. But anyhow, I digress. So I try to take into consideration what people are requesting, regardless of in what way they've interacted with me in the channel throughout the years of its existence. So Brave Fencer Musashi was highly, highly requested, and I am so glad that that was the next project that I decided to undertake, because it has been a fucking blast. As I'm recording this, I've gotten 28 episodes. I'm pretty sure it's 28 episodes that will have gone live on the channel by the time these videos start rolling out, because I want this to immediately begin populating on the channel as soon as that one takes a break. But I was able, with the AdSense revenue that I got, to pick up a game that is, I think, going to take this one slot. And it's going to be on a console that, just thinking off the top of my head, I haven't featured yet a Let's Play for. So I think that's going to be fresh and new, kind of how like Brave Fencer Musashi was fresh and new, in the sense that it was an action RPG, which I haven't played for the channel before. So, good stuff coming your way, y'all. I'm pretty pumped, pretty stoked. I hope you are too. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in our next episode. I feel like we're approaching the Princess Vine here, so I don't want to. Oh, maybe we're not. But I still feel like, you know what, we are pretty deep into this episode, so why don't we go ahead and still just call this a wrap. There's no reason for us to have this be close to a 30-minute video when we're not going to be doing much backtracking. So with that being said, I will part ways with you guys here. Thank you so very much for watching. I am your host, Rabbit, and this is our playthrough of Jade Cocoon 2, wherein we are primarily exploring, at this point, the post-game content and the bonus forest. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in episode number 171.